It's 2 p.m. You haven't lifted anything heavier than your phone. You slept 8 hours, and yet your body feels like it's made of wet sand. You're exhausted from nothing. You tell yourself you're just lazy. You're not. Something is draining your battery all day long, and you can't see it because it's running in the background. Remember the gremlin? The little survival machine in your head from last time? Well, tired is its favorite weapon. And today, you're going to catch it in the act. Here's the first thing nobody tells you. Your brain burns around 20% of your energy, a fifth of everything you eat, and it's less than 3% of your weight. It is the most expensive organ you own. So the gremlin has one obsession: shut down anything that spends power. And here's the trick. It can't force you to stop. So it does something smarter. It makes you feel tired. Tired isn't always a fuel gauge. Sometimes it's a command. A little voice going, "This is hard. Let's not." That's fake tired. And once you can tell fake tired from real tired, everything changes. Real tired comes from doing. Fake tired comes from avoiding. And they feel almost exactly the same. So why are you drained when you did nothing? Because you didn't do nothing. Not up here. Trap 1, the open loops. Every unfinished task, every unanswered message, every "I really should." Your brain keeps a tab open for it. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. 50 tabs, running quietly, all day. You feel it as a fog you can't explain. You weren't resting. You were buffering. Trap 2, the decisions. What to eat, what to wear, what to reply. Should I? Shouldn't I? Every tiny choice spends the same fuel. By evening, you're not out of time. You're out of decisions. That's why you order the same food and scroll instead of choosing something better. The gremlin already emptied the tank on nonsense. Trap 3, the fake rest. This is the cruel one. You feel tired, so you reach for your phone. But scrolling isn't rest. It's a slot machine for your attention. Your body sits still while your brain sprints. You stand up an hour later, more tired than before, and you can't understand why. You didn't recharge. You just changed which muscle was screaming. Trap 4, the feelings you're sitting on. Holding back frustration, forcing a smile, swallowing what you actually think. That takes power. Psychologists call it emotional labor, and it runs the engine hot with the handbrake on. A day of pretending to be fine is heavier than a day at the gym. Now you see it. You weren't doing nothing. You were fighting a war with no battlefield. And the gremlin loves that war because an exhausted you is an obedient you. Too tired to change. Too tired to try. Right back on the couch, exactly where it wants you. So how do you take the energy back? You stop trusting the gremlin's gauge, and you start doing the opposite of what tired tells you. Move 1, close the loops. Not in your head, on paper. Every open tab, write it down. Your brain isn't tired from the work. It's tired from holding the list. Put the list somewhere it can let go of it, and the fog lifts almost instantly. Move 2, cut the small decisions. Decide once. Same breakfast, clothes ready the night before. A default plan for the day. Boring is a superpower. Save the fuel for the choices that actually matter. Move 3, rest for real. Real rest is boring on purpose. A walk with no phone, staring out a window, your eyes closed for 10 minutes. If it gives you a dopamine hit, it's not rest. It's more input. Real rest is when the brain finally gets to stop. Move 4, move to make energy. This is the one that feels impossible. When tired says, sit down, stand up. A short walk, sunlight on your face, and the gremlin's alarm quietly switches off. Energy isn't something you wait for. It's something you create by moving first. And here's the part that changes everything. The most energetic people you know aren't running on more fuel. They just stopped leaking it. They closed their loops. They rest for real. They don't let the gremlin drain the tank on tabs and fake breaks and swallowed feelings. So the next time it hits, 2 p.m., wet sand, exhausted from nothing, Stop and ask one question. Is this real tired, or is this the gremlin? Did my body do the work, or is something just trying to keep me still? Most days, you'll catch it lying. And the moment you catch it, you get to choose. You can obey the tired, or you can stand up and starve the gremlin one more time. You were never broken. You were just running 50 tabs and calling it laziness. Close them and take your energy back. If this made your own exhaustion make sense, subscribe, because next time, we're exposing the reason you can't stop checking your phone, even when you hate it.